Let's get it. 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 Emergency, emergency, emergency roast. I saw this. Well, I was listening to this while I was in the shower. That's how much I listen to content all day. And I had to hop on. Now I like some of the stuff that this lady say actually, but I got to get her together real quick. Real quick, y'all. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button.
How to find your soulmate. I figured it out. I have the solutions. I have the solutions, y'all. Now, whether y'all want to listen is another thing. Okay? I want to talk about self together. But I want to talk about how to find your soulmate. I figured it out. I have the solutions. I have the solutions, y'all.
Right.
I want to talk about how to find your soulmate. I figured it out. I have the solutions. I have the solutions, y'all. Now, whether y'all want to listen is another thing. Okay? But I have figured it out. Let me put the phone here. All right, there we go. Sorry, y'all. But I'm running. I'm not late, but I wanted to leave at like 9:10 and get some coffee and get to the office in a relaxed fashion. But anyway, I'm not late. So I have figured it out. If you want to find your soulmate, and look, I have started coaching people from this perspective. I've started talking about this perspective more, and I'm going to show a video clip. I'm going to show a video clip that I think will help you. Now, whether you're going to apply it or not is the issue.
Hey, let's start here, y'all. Let's start here. Yeah. Hold on. Let me turn my mic up. Let me turn my mic up. Make sure everybody can hear this. Now let's start here. She's some type of therapist or something. Okay, fine. And like I said, she has more common sense than most of the women we go over. Because I agree with some of the stuff she say on her channel. But when I saw this video, I was alarmed. So let's just start here. She's not the worst looking 50-something-year-old woman you ever seen. She's not. So we'll start there. She's in her 50s, I think mid to late 50s. But as you can see already, she kind of has an over the top, obnoxious personality. And that's not going to help you in the dating market. She's kind of masculine. She's kind of in your face. Men at that age do not want that personality type, I assure you. But I just wanted to say that. Let's get back into it. Because she got the answers, y'all. Okay. I don't like your name, Mr. Nag. But, I guess I'll just roll with you if you're a supporter of mine. But can I get your age? Can I get your age and race, Mr. Nag? All right. I hope you can hear me. I hope you can hear me now. Let's get back into it. Let's get the donations up. We've been slacking on the donations. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs all at the top of the chat. Just because. Just because.
I'm going to show a video clip that I think will help you. Now, whether you're going to apply it or not is the issue. Because some of y'all not going to apply it. Okay? And you're going to stay stuck. You're going to stay frustrated. And, you're going to stay single. You're going to stay, and single isn't a curse. I'm not saying that like it's a bad thing. But for those of y'all who want to be in a healthy relationship, I'm trying to help you out. Like, understand that. When I give you the advice I give you, when I impart the wisdom, it's because you're coming to me and you're saying, I want to be married. I want to have a family, or I want to be in a long-term relationship. I want to be in something serious.
Let's just be clear. She wants the same thing. This woman that we're looking at, she wants a serious relationship. All right? She helps other people, tries to help other people find, but she's in this same predicament. She's single and she wants a serious relationship. All right? So let's just continue with that in mind.
Me, and you're saying, I want to be married. I want to have a family, or I want to be in a long-term relationship. I want to be in something serious, right? So you coming to me, okay? And you saying this, and then I'm going to give you the solution. I'm going to give you the advice. I'm going to give you the wisdom. Now, what you do at that point, that's on you, okay? But I'm going to insert the clip. I'm going to insert the clip right here for those of you, and then now we're going to talk about what is that secret. And a lot of you will reject it. Okay? What is that secret? But a lot of you are going to reject it.
And okay, here's the funny part, y'all. Here's the funny part. This is one of the most ironic videos ever. She's going to ignore this advice. She doesn't realize that what she's saying applies to her. She's not going to heed her own advice. That's what's so funny about this video, and that's why I had to do an emergency live stream. Let's continue.
And then now we're going to talk about what is that secret. And a lot of you will reject it. Okay? What is that secret? But a lot of you are going to reject it and are rejecting it. Okay, good day, Evolving Lulu 74. A lot of you all are rejecting the solution. And what is that, you ask? I just got on, actually. I just walked out of Starbucks and just got on.
Teen addiction. No, but look, seriously though, folks. Can y'all get the likes up? Can y'all get the likes up? The more people like it, the more YouTube will show this to new people who've never seen my content. So, least you could do is hit the like button. Let's get the donations up. We've been super dry on the donations this week. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs all at the top of the chat. Or you could do super chat, super sticker, dollar symbol on the right of the chat box. All right, let's get into it.
And what is that, you ask? I just got on, actually. I just walked out of Starbucks and just got on. She said, I don't know what's going on with my notification, but I just got on. Here's the reality, y'all. If I'm being honest, 90% of y'all, 80 to 90% of you all refuse to date on your level. You refuse to accept that you ain't as good as you think you are. You refuse to accept that you don't look as good as you think you do. Okay?
Look who's talking.
Ho for sure.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay. So just keep that in mind. Keep what she just said in mind. That's all I'm going to say. This applies to her, but we're going to get to it. Hit the like button.
You don't look as good as you think you do. Okay? That's the biggest issue. And women are suffering from it. Men are suffering from it. Okay? Men refuse to stay in the lane in which their paycheck has them in. Men refuse to accept that, I'm a $50,000 earner. And there are things that my money can't do. There are places that my money can't take me. There are women that my money can't afford.
Okay, let's talk about that. Men who make 50K or less need to accept that there are certain women they can't afford, aka there are certain prostitute women that I can't afford. Because those are the only type of women that are going to make money the main deciding factor if they're going to deal with a man or not. Right? Salute Mr. Brown. Um so yeah, let's break this down. So basically she's saying, let's be real. What she's saying is 50K men can't afford pretty women. Well, here's the thing. There's some pretty women who aren't for sale. There are pretty women on this planet, especially in other countries, who are with dudes who don't look that good and don't make that much. I'm not saying it's a high percentage of women, but there are some beautiful women with some average men. It exists. There's some of the rare women who either got with their dude in high school or college, or just a woman who wasn't shallow and superficial and wasn't for sale and valued character and a connection more than they valued a salary. Those women do exist. So I'm telling you, fellas, the women who feel like you can't afford them on 50K, those aren't women that are worth affording, if that makes sense. So let's just be clear about that. But let's continue.
And there are things that my money can't do. There are places that my money can't take me. There are women that my money can't afford. And that's okay. But the problem is, here's the problem, gentlemen, is you want to go somewhere, or you want someone that, is out of your pay grade. And for some of y'all, that's financial, but for some of y'all, it's looks, it's height, it's fitness. Like, can we be real?
Yeah, we could be real. Let's talk about it. We could be real. Oh, how do I want to attack this? Okay. How do I want to come at this? Here's the thing though. There's Pookies and Ray Rays who fuck bad bitches in they mama basement. He don't got a job. He a drug dealer, but he not even a rich drug dealer. He's a struggling drug dealer. And he piss and shit and come on bad bitches all the time in his mom's basement. There, like, here's the thing. There's pretty women having bedroom fun with horses on camera. So what value does a pretty woman with a nice body really have if the women who are supposed to be considered elite can be found on camera sucking horse dongs? What does that say about the value of a so-called high value woman based on societal standards, based on the standards she's laying out? I mean, seriously. I mean, beautiful women a lot of times fuck with the most ain't shit dudes. So it's just not true. If you don't make a certain amount of money or if you're not a certain height, you can't fuck bad bitches. It's just not true. I mean, I get the Instagram narratives and the social media narratives of, only rich, tall, handsome men get pretty bitches. It's false. It's fucking false. But let's continue. I mean, let me touch on it. Let me touch on it. Let me touch on this then. I mean, yeah. In order to pull bad bitches, usually you have to. I ain't even gonna say bad bitches. I'll just say this: as a guy, to pull bitches, you got to be popping in a major way in one of the main categories. So if you don't got the looks, you got to have the money. If you don't got the looks or the money, you have to have mind blowing charisma. I will admit that. If you want to be a guy that pull bitches, you got to be top 10% in one of the main categories. So the Pookie and Ray Rays who broke or might be short, they super alpha or super charismatic usually. They got a mouthpiece out of this world. You got to have something that's really popping usually to be a dude who just kill it with the ladies. But yeah, this narrative that she trying to push that you got to be this super fine, super tall, dude with money to get bitches, not true.
Some of y'all, that's financial, but for some of y'all, it's looks, it's height, it's fitness. Like, can we be real? I'm the first person to say if you are a 55, 56, 57-year-old man, you got a 9-month pregnant belly, you are, scraggly, what I call scraggly, and this is a lot of the older gentlemen at the gym, they're scraggly, okay? And it's not even about your hairline receding for me. It's not, no, but it's you scraggly. Your hygiene is not on point. Your teeth. Can we talk about your teeth? You have not been to the dentist, and I don't know when. You have not kept up with your teeth and your mouth. So, if you my age and you're a gentleman and you are the gentleman that I just described, like, no, Anita is not, no.
Okay. Okay, let's break it down. She basically just said, "I'm not checking for the dudes my age that fit into the category that she just broke down. She's not checking for the dudes with the messed up teeth. She ain't checking for the dudes who look 9 months pregnant at 57. She ain't checking for the scraggly dudes or whatever because she's better than that. So let's talk about it a little bit. Yes, there are men in their 50s. They got bad teeth. They out of shape. And some more shit. Basically everything she just described. So we can call them what? Low value men? Fuck it, we'll call them low value men. Based on the superficial things, they're low value men. So yeah, usually guys like that aren't going to be swimming in poontang. I can agree with her there. They're probably not going to be swimming in it. Um. So. So yeah, that's the point that I'll make, or not the point that I'll make. I agree with her. The men she just described, most women would consider low value men. They don't got money. They don't look good. I get it. So let's just concede that point. Fine. The men she just described are low value, and we're gonna get back to some things, but we'll leave it there for now. Oh boy, I'm gonna bring this back around, y'all.
Dentist, and I don't know when. You have not kept up with your teeth and your mouth. So, if you my age and you're a gentleman and you are the gentleman that I just described, like, no, Anita is not, no, no. Anita did not put in all this work for that to be my reward. Okay? I put in a lot of work. I put in a lot of work to look like this. I put in a lot of work in the gym. I make sure, see the teeth? Got all, look, got all the teeth. I have not lost any teeth.
I'm proud of you, you know that. I hope you do.
Like nobody gives a fuck. It's not to hurt your feelings at all. It's definitely not. Again, I think it's impressive. I'm not getting ready to go throw a party for this hoe. I don't care.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about you.
Okay. Okay. I'm back. So Anita, sweet Anita. It's true. Shout out to Jen. She just donated $9.99. I appreciate you, Jen. She says it's ironic she thinks she's qualified for better. Facts. I'm about to get to it. Yeah. Facts. This for you, Jen. Thanks for donating.
Say they get money, but I can't tell, ho. Yeah, glow. You can fuck with me if you wanted to. 100 motherfuckers can't tell me nothing.
Hey, bitch, I'm a problem. Nobody solving. You can keep hating, I'm popping regardless.
Bro, could see this since first grade. I been that bitch. You got a girl, but it's cool. I ain't gon' say her shit. You know niggas love bitches with money. You know niggas love bitches with money. You know niggas love bitches with money. You ain't no fuck with no boss, bitch. I turned you out. When a real one hold you down, baby, you supposed to drown.
Stone sets, I got my own baguettes.
Jealousy, let it go. Results could be tragic.
I push the beat, not the backseat girl. I push the beat, not the backseat girl.
What up, compassionate and callous? you know? All right, let me go get the dog. I'll be right back. Punish you. I love that montage, Jen. Hey, but if you really want me to stop playing it when you donate, I won't. I mean, you might be joking, but if you really want me to stop playing it, I'll stop playing it. All right, I'll be back, y'all. Okay, I'm back. Now, I watched this woman's content. I kind of like her. I mean, her personality a little annoying, but I like some things about her. She seems to have a good head on her shoulders. She seems to be much more intelligent than most women. Um, she has a decent career. Now, here's the thing, backstory. She was married once. She broke up her family like most women do. She had kids. She's religious, of course. So she had her husband. She should have worked it out with her husband. I don't remember the exact reason she got divorced. She said it, but it was some nonsense. It wasn't anything they couldn't work through. So for some reason, she thought it was going to be something better out for her on the dating market as a 40 plus divorcee with multiple kids. She was sadly mistaken. But let's break this down, y'all. Let's break this down. So Anita, yes, you're attractive, you're fit. I think you're kind of intelligent. Y'all never hear me say that. So many people would say, well, she's a catch then, right, RB? Wrong. When it comes to what men are looking for, fuck no. Her personality is obnoxious. She has one of those personalities that men can't stand, especially older men. It's too in your face. It's motherly. It's like aggressive mother type tone. It seems like she would be controlling. It seemed like she would always be telling you about yourself. She has an online presence. Men don't like that. I can go on and on and on. But most importantly, despite how good she might look, how good she kept her body, how good she kept her teeth, she's a 55-plus-year-old woman on the dating market. Ain't nobody looking for that. Well, you know what? That's not true. Let me rephrase that. In my opinion, most men who are single after 55, they're not looking to get into a serious relationship with a 55-year-old woman, especially one like this who's in your face like this and loud like this. I mean, you're a good looking woman, so yeah, they'll put you on the roster, hang out with you from time to time, hit up the casino. But far as something serious, fuck no. But here's where I gotta bust your bubble. The type of men who would try to see what's up with you and take you serious, they're gonna be the guys with the 9-month pregnant belly. They're gonna be the guys who got whatever, diabetes, a missing front tooth, a little eye twitch. It's gonna be those guys. That's your level as a 55-year-old woman. It doesn't matter how good you look, how fit you are, how good your teeth are. When it comes to the dating market and what men like, you're on the same level as those scraggly guys you just described. And I understand why that doesn't make sense to you, because you figure, I look better than them, I'm more healthy than them. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter. It just doesn't. So you're in that position where it's just going to be better for you to not date. Because it's just so funny that you're making this video talking about how people refuse to date on their level. You're who you're talking about. And you just broke down why you're who you're talking about. And this is what I want to say too. Some of those guys with beer bellies are actually good guys. Some of those guys with a crooked missing front tooth or whatever, some of those guys are good God-fearing men who you would be lucky to have. But you're still on your shallow kick from back when you were 16, 17. I'm guessing that's probably why you left your husband, because you thought you were cute enough to do better and you just don't understand how the dating market works, apparently. Now, hey, don't get me wrong. The guy that you think you deserve in your head, he'll fuck you for a few months. Nothing serious is coming from it. You're not getting married, nothing like that. So you're cooked, Anita. You're cooked. But this was just too ironic for me to not go over. Too damn ironic. Emergency live stream.
I got all the teeth. I have not lost any teeth. Okay? The teeth are straight, the teeth are white, the teeth are clean, the teeth are flossed. All right? And I put that work in at the gym. There's certain things I don't eat. There's certain places I don't go to eat. Okay? I'm seeing my doctor regular. My hygiene is right and tight. Okay? I'm working on getting my booty a little bit rounder. I don't need it to get bigger. I just need to get rounder. That's what
What kind of shit is that?
Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
Anita. At this age, you shouldn't be worrying about getting your booty rounder. You can't compete with 25 to 35-year-old women, fucking period. Even if you had the perfect ass, you can't compete with them. The fact that you're this age trying to compete with them is absolutely pathetic. And that is your competition when it comes to the guys that you have in mind that you would want to take you serious. You should be baking cookies with grandbabies. Well, you might be doing that, but you know what I mean. You should be baking cookies for grandbabies with your husband on the couch in the living room with his beer belly. See, this is what I'm saying. Women looking good and being fit or whatever, it's usually more of a curse than anything else, especially at these advanced ages. Being a banging ass 55-year-old woman is hurting you more in the dating market. If you was just chubby and could finally just humble yourself and get over yourself, that's what would bring you success. Not you still thinking you this bad bitch who deserve the best of the best. That's what's gonna keep you single forever. Oh, maybe I need to go live later, y'all. The donations is coming in. I might start going live later. I might come on at 8:30 from now on because the donation's been dry as hell. So Isaiah sent in $10. He says, "I'll admit she's fine, but anyone bold enough to date her are in for a roller coaster." Facts. Plus, she mentioned a few times that she will make him wait for sex. Oh, are you familiar with her content? I haven't heard her say that, but I'm assuming you're familiar with her content, Isaiah. Can you verify that? Um, yeah, I'm gonna go where the dollars are though. So if I do, I mean, I need some fucking sleep. I'm an insomniac. Insomniac, is that a word? Whatever. I be trying to get some sleep, but I gotta go where the dollars are at. So we'll see. I might start going live at mm, yeah, maybe 8:15. We'll see. So Isaiah in the chat just said that she's gonna make a guy wait for sex. Nobody's waiting for sex with a 55-year-old woman, Anita. This is silly that they think they can have leverage in the dating market by withholding sex. It don't work like that. Withholding sex, that game is a 18 to 25-year-old's game. You need to be trying to give it away. She still thinks she got leverage because her teeth straight and she's skinny and she cute. Don't work that way. It just don't. Mr. T voice. Yeah, she's cooked. She's cooked. She thinks she got leverage in the game and she don't.
I'm seeing my doctor regular. My hygiene is right and tight. Okay, I'm working on getting my booty a little bit rounder. I don't need it to get bigger. I just need to get like rounder. That's what I'm working on, round. Okay, but no, I'm not doing all this at my age to be rewarded with pop pop. Okay, to scraggly and unkempt and not fit, and your mouth is jacked up, right? Um, you're ashy. No.
But okay, she's saying she don't want pop pop, but you're Gram. I don't understand. Like you're Gram. She's trying to get around that. No matter how good looking you are, you're still Gram. And you need to be with Pop Pop. You're not better than Pop Pop. I mean, you may be better than him in some physical ways, but just generally speaking, as a child of God, you're not better than Pop Pop. Take what you can get. You're the bottom of the barrel, even being fine, fit, and all this other shit. Man, you're talking about or thinking about can date a 40-year-old at worst. I mean, if you want a woman with a little bit of maturity on her, you know what I mean? He can get a 40-year-old. He about 55. Yeah, I mean, at the youngest, or let me just say, this guy at the oldest is gonna fuck with a 45-year-old, maybe. Why get a fine 55-year-old who opinionated when he can get a 40-year-old who gonna be submissive and get on his program? Possibly. Or a 35-year-old who gonna be submissive and get on his program. I think women overestimate how much men want to have intellectual conversations with their woman. They really do. Because people say, well, because people say, what is she gonna? Because people say, what is a 55-year-old man gonna have in common with a 30-year-old woman? Fucking, and her, respecting his manhood. I don't know, man. I don't know. She's too damn picky for what she is. She thinks she's better than what she is.
and unkempt and not fit and your mouth is jacked up, right? You're ashy, no. Okay. So when men say, yeah, I don't get it. You're an amazing woman. Why aren't you? No, no, no. Because pop, okay, grandpa, or the uncles that I don't want, like, nah, I want, in some regards, a man, and he don't have to be pretty now. This is the thing that I've come to realize. I'm not looking for the pretty man anymore. I love a pretty man.
We know, we know. All you women love a pretty man, and that's why y'all sabotage your dating lives. That's how you guys sabotage your dating lives, chasing the pretty man. I would tell my daughter to run far, far away from the fine man, because he's gonna ruin you for the rest of your life. Of course you like the fine man. What woman doesn't? That's most women's downfall in the dating market, chasing the fine man. It's 9:30 here, Jen. 9:30. She still want the fine man, but she know, like, okay, I gotta come off my standards a little bit. But here's the thing. Even when women feel like they're settling, they're still talking about top 15 percenters. So, when she say she's settling, she just saying like, okay, he don't gotta be top 10, but top 15. No, baby. Even the top 30% men are way better than you. Way better than you. The guy who you, the guy you, the guy you would feel like you're settling for is way, way, way out of your league, and you don't realize it. Anita would never consider the guy who's way out of her league, because she would think she's way out of his league. The guy she would say, okay, I guess I could do this. He don't want to fuck with you. Let me say that again. The guy who she would have this opinion about, I mean, he's okay. I guess I could work with him, would not look your way. And that's a tough pill to swallow. And it's a pill she will refuse to swallow for the rest of her life.
This is the thing that I've come to realize. I'm not looking for the pretty man anymore. I love a pretty man. I love me a fine man, okay? But I'm not looking for that no more. I'm done with that. I'm done with the pretty men. But you have to be fit and healthy. You have to maintain what God gave you. That's what I'm doing. That's what
Okay, let me ask y'all this. Is she done with the pretty man? Is she done with the pretty men, or are the pretty men done with her? That's what they tell themselves. Like, oh, I'm done with the fine man. I'm done with the fine man. I just take a regular degular. Are the fine man not checking for you? Or are the fine men not checking for you? Maybe it's both. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt and say it's both. But yeah, either way, it's a wrap on those guys. It's safe to say. Maybe she realized that much.
be fit and healthy. You have to maintain what God gave you. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. I am not a 10. I'm not a 9. I'm not an 8. I'm a strong 6, maybe a 7 on a good day. So I'm maintaining what God gave me. I'm doing the best with what God gave me naturally. I'm not going out. I'm not enhancing anything. I'm not getting any surgeries. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just taking care of what God gave me when I was born. That's what I'm doing. That's it.
See, this whole conversation has basically been a shallow one. Okay, what do you really bring to a solid 6-man life? Let me say that again. Anita, what would you bring to this man's life? You don't seem like you have a likable personality. You seem like a lot. You seem like one of those women people would describe as, yeah, she's a lot. You don't seem likable to sit in a room with for a few hours. So even if this guy that you're thinking of did want to get with you, why would he stay with you? That's what I think you would struggle to explain. Yeah, I would love to hear her ex-husband's opinion about her for sure. I would love to hear his side of the story.
And I'm looking for that same thing in a man, okay? That you have to love and care about yourself. You have to keep yourself up, and you have to love and care about yourself. So that's a big part of it. And I'm finding out that a lot of men, there's like a self-esteem issue when it comes to this. They really don't love and care about themselves like they say they do. So love and care for yourself. Take care of yourself. Okay? So I stay on that 6/7. I may go up to a 7.5 because I am a hypergamous woman, or a 6.5, but I don't go up to 10. I don't go up to 9. I don't go up to 8. Okay? Because that is my lane. I had a guy friend of mine make.
Let me say this though. You know how women's meter is off. So what she would think is a 7.5 in reality is probably still a top 5% dude or a top 10% dude. I'm willing to bet anything on that.
Okay? Because that is my lane. I had a guy friend of mine make fun of one of my exes. Oh, he's beneath you and this and that, and he's not attractive, he's beneath you, and blah.
Yeah. Never be a dirty macking maggot like that. I don't gotta speak down on no other dude. And I don't think guys realize how much of a turnoff that is to women when you gotta like hate on another dude. It's not masculine at all, and it's not making her more attracted to you, bro. I promise. You needing to shit on that man to make yourself look more appealing, women don't find that attractive, bro. They don't. The shit that's coming out of your mouth should be so attractive, you shouldn't have to even bring up another man. How you coming should be so enticing, another man shouldn't even come up in your conversation. That's super sway. And yes, she does have the dykish haircut. Men aren't feeling that haircut at all. Shout out to Miriam, though. Oh my goodness.
Of one of my exes. Oh, he's beneath you and this and that, and he's not attractive, he's beneath you, and blah blah blah. I mean, he was just going in. I said, bruh, what are you talking about? I said, what are you talking about? I said,
And I'm sure y'all just caught that. I'm sure y'all just caught that. She said, "Hey, bruh." Do feminine women say, "Hey, bruh"? This woman, yeah, man, no. The man she thinking about would not want anything to do with her. Hey, bruh. Self-respecting men don't date women who say, "Hey, bruh, let me holler at you for a minute, bruh."
not attractive, he's beneath you, and blah blah blah. I mean, he was just going in. I said, bruh, what are you talking about? I said, what are you talking about? I said, number one, I'm a woman. I'm not going after tens. I'm not going after a man that's prettier than me. Number two.
You just said you used to go after them. You just said I ain't going after the pretty ones anymore. They can't help but contradict themselves. She just was talking about how I love a pretty man, but I ain't going for them no more. She just said that, y'all.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
You just saying anything now, ho.
I'm not going after tens. I'm not going after a man that's prettier than me. Number two, it's not just about what the person looks like. Like, come on, my self-esteem is higher than that. I'm not so shallow that I actually can we be really real? I'm not so shallow that I care about what y'all think about who I'm dating. Okay, I really don't. I don't care about what y'all think. I don't care about what y'all feel, you know. So I was like, sir, get yourself together. You're not making anybody feel bad. I don't care what you think. All right? That's the first thing. You care because he was constantly talking about the women that he was dating and how they looked and what he liked and asking me what I thought about it. I said, you care about that. I don't care about that. I don't care about what anybody thinks about who I'm dating, what they look like, what they do. That's called none of y'all's business.
Yeah, yeah. This is a real peach, huh? She's a real butterfly, y'all. This is a real Southern belle right here, right?
You know that anger you get when you deal with like a person that's just completely stupid? What's wrong with your brain? Like why do you not see what you are? Like, and I get there with women.
I mean, damn, sis, why does somebody have to tell you not to be a bitch? Why is that your go-to?
So I got Miriam in the house. I got Jen in the house. Do we got any other rare Bellas in the house? If there's any other rare Bellas in the house other than Jen and Miriam, put a 1 in the chat. If there's any other rare Bellas in the house besides Miriam and Jen, put a 1 in the chat.
Thinks about who I'm dating, what they look like, what they do. That's called none of y'all's business. So to me, that's an insecure person's game. That's, oh, this person don't look like this, or they don't look like your match, or they don't look as good as this. That's for insecure people. Okay? Those of us who are secure, those of us who have high self-esteem and high self-worth, we don't care what y'all think. We don't care. And look, this is what I told him too. He got real mad. I said, baby, I'm fine enough to bring him up. Okay? So even if he's a 4, okay, me being a 7 brings him up.
So first she was saying I'm a 6, maybe a 7 on a good day, but now she's saying I'm so fine I could bring an ugly man up.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Y'all heard it.
She was trying to pretend like she was humble at first, but now she's talking about how fine she is.
Always gonna love me more than I'm ever gonna love you. And if a man wants to be in my life, he needs to spend his every waking hour thinking of ways on how he needs to convince me that he should even be graced by my presence.
I'm fine enough to bring him up. Okay. So even if he's a 4, okay, me being a 7 brings him up. Okay. How about that? And look, even the guy I dated said, yeah, I was constantly being approached by women and constantly being hit on when I was dating you. And since we broke up, ain't nobody checking for me. I was like, well, I mean, like, I guess maybe you went back down to your level. I don't know. I don't know. But just understand.
No, that's your level, Anita. Even if you're a 7, a 4 is your level as a 55-year-old woman with a personality like yours. That guy was your level, and that's what you're not getting. That 4 guy was definitely your level. But yeah, if women see an attractive woman with you, then that validates you to them, and they'll want to get with you. So yeah, having a pretty woman on your side gets you bitches. Let me say that again. Having a pretty woman on your side gets you attention from bitches. Like, well, it must be something good about them because she fine and she with him. So let me see what's up with them. They're fucking sheep.
Like, well, I mean, like, I guess maybe you went back down to your level. I don't know. I don't know. But just understand that as a woman, I'm not looking for a 10 or a 9 or an 8. I'm not looking for the finest man out there. Okay? I don't need those problems. I've dated those men when I was younger. And again, it's a wonderful thing. It's great for your ego, but it's also a pain in the tail.
Why does that not surprise me?
Here we go! Here the fuck we go! Here the...
Why does that not surprise me?
No. You don't get any of that, you dirty whore.
It's great for your ego, but it's also a pain in the tail. Dating a man that other women want is a pain in the tail. Okay, it's a whole lot. I keep telling y'all that about fine men and about rich men. Y'all keep acting like, I don't want a fine man, I want a rich man. Baby, that's a whole nother level of problems for you. Anyway, getting back on track. Now on to the ladies. So the men, you're trying to obtain a woman that's outside of your pay grade, outside of your physical specification. There's no. Look at you, look at her. Look at you, look at her.
Why is she single after 25? If she's so fine, I mean, you can ask this for any woman single on the dating market. If you so fine, your personality's so great, you so wonderful, you such a prize, why the fuck are you single after 30, 35, 40, 45? Good items don't stay on the shelf. There's no good reason for a woman to be single after 25. Actually, I'm going to say this. Far as a long-term relationship go, if a woman's single after 30, she's automatically a 4. I'm going to say it again. Far as looking for somebody to be in a serious relationship with until you die, any woman single after 30 is automatically a 4. So if Beyonce and Rihanna was single at 30, far as a relationship option, they would have been a 4. And I think Rihanna might have been single at that point. But anyway, you get what I'm trying to say. A woman can have a 10 body and a 10 face, but if she's single after 30, far as a good relationship option, she's automatically a 4. Coin it. So Anita is automatically a 4. Far as a relationship option. And if you account for her annoying personality, she's a 2. With all her great characteristics. And I pointed out some of her great characteristics earlier, but it doesn't change the fact that as far as dating and as far as what men like, she's like a 2.
There's no. Look at you, look at her. Look at you, look at her. No. And think about it. She's hypergamous. So in order for her to go up, you got to go down. She gotta go down, right? So in order for her to go up, she got to go down in terms of she got to be a 4 if you're a 5 or a 5.5. She got to be a 4. Okay? That's what's not making sense to y'all. Y'all want to go up and you're a 5. No, you actually got to go down. Okay? Because she's hypergamous. On to the women. Now this gonna step on some toes. As I've said many times on here, how you feel about it, hey, but most women rate themselves far higher than they really are. Far higher. You all think that because of the standard issue vagina that you have, that makes you a 10. That to a heterosexual man, your vagina makes you a 10. That's what makes you a 10, is you have a vagina.
Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid.
What? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. But niggas spy out you, nigga. Shut the fuck up.
What does that mean? What is for credits? I don't know what that means.
I hope this camera keep going.
No, we're gonna
This
let
is
the
not
camera keep
true.
rolling.
This is not, doesn't even make sense.
Your vagina makes you a 10. That's what makes you a 10, is you have a vagina. And he's a heterosexual man who wants to have sex with you. But today, in 2025, it don't work that way no more. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, young ladies. It don't work that way no more. Because now, these men seem to think, because of pornography, because of OnlyFans, because of social media, they seem to think they have all these different options. They seem to think that the baddie on Instagram, is an option for them.
This goes to show that when women talk about men online, they're only talking about top 20%. Bottom 80% men don't think they can get Instagram models. That just shows how out of touch she is. I'm going to say that again. Bottom 80% men don't think they can get Instagram models. Period. But like I always say, when women get online and talk about men, they're only talking about top 20%. They only see top 20%. In a woman's mind, only the top 20% men exist. So even when a woman talk about settling for a 6, she's still talking about top 20%. Women's scale is completely different.
They seem to think that the baddie on Instagram, is an option for them. Or the woman they're jerking off to on porn is an option for them. They don't know that that's not the case, but they are deluded in their mind. So now, ladies, you having a vagina is not going to do it. You have to take care of yourself. You have to be fit. You have to look. I present for the man that I am interested in attracting. And somebody out there needs to hear that. So for the man that I want to attract, I actually listen to what it is he wants.
I hope this camera keep going.
No, we're gonna
This
let
is
the
not
camera keep
true.
rolling.
This is not, doesn't even make sense.
It's gonna be a no for me, dog. Keep it up, though.
I've never done anything remotely wrong in my life, ever.
This is just some nigga talking shit. This is just some nigga talking shit. And everybody's caught up in all that shit.
Have you ever wanted to believe in something, even though you knew it couldn't be true? Did you ever want to believe it so bad you didn't pay attention?
Yeah. Like most women, they think it's all about the looks. She says she ain't shallow, but she might present physically based on what they want, but she don't present internally based on what they would want. Femininity. Yeah, she don't know nothing about that. She ain't talking about that if you notice, because she don't know nothing about that.
Somebody out there needs to hear that. So for the man that I want to attract, I actually listen to what it is he wants. I don't just go out in the world just like, ooh, I want to do this. Like, yeah, does it make me feel good? Sure. Okay, it does make me feel good to be 135 pounds. It does make me feel good to be fit, to be strong, to have, muscle mass. That does make me feel good. It does make me feel good for my hair to look nice and my makeup to look nice.
Huh? Huh?
Feel good. It does make me feel good for my hair to look nice and my makeup to look nice, right? And my skin to be clear. That does make me feel good, right? All those things are part of my healthy self-esteem and my healthy self-worth. Yes, it does. But let's go here. This is the part that here we go. Somebody's going to say, oh, you're being a pick-me, you're a pick-me-sha, and all this other crap. And
Check her out, man. This is an interesting channel to follow. I'll check out her videos. It's called Better Love Movement. Better Love Movement. Yeah, I'm sure she would say she's choosing to be single or some shit like that. Or she just refuses to settle. Refuses to settle. I wonder why it didn't work out with the guy that was a 4. Yeah, I wonder why that didn't work out. Apparently he's still cool enough to keep in contact with.
You being a pick me, you a pick me shy, and all this other crap, and you just gonna get your comment. Oh, you being a pick me, you a pick me shy, and all this other crap, and you just gonna get your comment blocked. You just gonna get blocked. Your comments just gonna get deleted. So don't drop down and say that. But I'm smart. See, that's the difference between me and you. I'm smart. I actually make sure that I look the way the type of man I wants me to look. Okay? So someone who may be a little more creative, a little more artsy, a little more edgy, someone who appreciates fitness and health, someone who loves a beautiful smile, someone who likes an intellect, a sexy nerd. So
Told you. I told you she was overestimating how much men value having a quote unquote intellectual conversation with a woman. Generally speaking, men don't like opinionated women who are always going to speak up and be loud and yada, yada, yada. Men want soft, sweet, friendly, feminine, nurturing, a woman who know how to shut the fuck up. You don't never know how to shut the fuck up.
The whole reason why I really
She's
didn't,
going to have
you know,
issues for
pursue
arrested.
it because he was a good guy.
She's going to have issues for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
Emotionally daunting and hurtful when I just keep hitting a wall, you know?
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. But niggas spy out you, nigga. Shut the fuck up.
who appreciates fitness and health, someone who loves a beautiful smile, someone who likes an intellect, a sexy nerd, someone who appreciates someone who's well read, and someone who's fiscally responsible, and all the, they enjoy that. They enjoy someone who dresses modestly, but yet they can still see, okay, this woman has shape, this woman has figure, but she's dressed modestly.
You're so fucking great, Anita. If they love everything about you like you breaking down, why are you still single? You seem like you get out, you go to events. I mean, based on what I heard, you do stuff. You here, you there, you at the gym, you at banquets. Why haven't anyone snatch you up if you're so great, Anita? We all know why. If anybody feel like donating, I'm open. You've been having a rough week, so Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, all at the top of the chat. I don't think I'm ever gonna show my face, guys. I don't think I'm ever gonna show my face. Everybody hit the like button. Yeah, it's just the internet is it's a crazy place. Crazy, crazy place. Motherfuckers be doing too much on the internet. Motherfuckers be trying to find out where your mama live and shit. They're like, it ain't that deep. Motherfuckers ain't got nothing better to do. And then I kind of say some pretty controversial stuff. They be putting motherfuckers on, therapist list. And I don't mean therapist, if you know what I mean. Yeah, they be putting people on therapist list. And you know how they be trying to like label the manosphere like some type of therapist group. And I don't mean therapist. You know the other T word.
They enjoy that. They enjoy someone who dresses modestly, but yet they can still see, okay, this woman has shape, this woman has figure, but she's dressed modestly. Everybody isn't gazing upon her naked body. Like, I am dressing and preparing for the man that I want to attract. And some of you all need to do that too.
Ma'am, you're 55 at least. So what? I think she want to get married again too. I may have some things to lose, Master of Blackjack. I may just have some things to lose. Yeah, Miriam, exactly. Yeah. Oh, Mark Zuckerberg shares the truth behind his bunker. I kind of want to hear that. Why did he get a bunker? I don't want to play the video, but tunnel, even if yada 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 yada, it came right back up. Yada yada. I'm gonna see what he say. Yeah. USA Ranch in Kauai. Yeah. This whole meme about how people are saying I built it like a bunker underground. It's like more underground storage situation. But yeah, I know it's like, oh, wow, Zucky got a bunkie. How big is that tunnel? Pretty big. It's not that big of a tunnel. Yeah, and Priscilla kind of make fun, playing video games with some friends down there. But yeah, no, it's all good. Okay, that didn't give us any whatever. What was I looking up? What the fuck was I just about to look up? I'm a mod for another truther channel that gets up to 1,000 in chat weekly. More people equal more money. That's a fact, but yeah, I may have a couple things to lose. You know? Um, I'm not gonna get into any details, but there's a reason why I won't show my face. There's a reason. Um, if that reason ever goes away, I could see maybe doing it. I could see maybe doing it. I'll just say that. What the hell was I just about to look up, y'all? Oh, I know what I was about to look up. At 55, dating is just the chances that she's gonna get this guy is slim to none, and get married and live happily ever after for the rest of her days for the next 20, 30 years. It's slim to none. What are the chances that a 55-year-old woman will get married? And here's another thing. I mean, I don't know if this is gonna sound negative or like I'm doubting myself. It's not that I'm doubting myself. I think I got arguably the dopest red pill channel on YouTube. I'm not doubting myself on that. I think I got the best reaction RP channel on YouTube. No question. So it's not about me doubting myself, but I've been doing this for going on 8 years. I'm working my way up to a decade. YouTube refuses to let me grow. I've had 3 channels. They refuse to let me grow. And I didn't try different stuff. I tried not cussing on this channel for like the first year and a half. That didn't work. I tried different type of thumbnails. Like, YouTube is not fucking with me. And some could say maybe if I show my face, that would be the thing that take me over the top. But there's plenty of channels where the people don't show their face and they blew up. So I don't think it's just a matter of not showing your face. Like I said, I think I talk too much for newcomers. So that might hurt my channel. People are like, "Who? This motherfucker won't shut up. I'm not subscribing to this channel." I don't know. It's a lot of stuff, but I don't know. I just don't feel like YouTube is ever gonna let your boy blow up. But I don't know. I'm never gonna stop. So if I'll say this, Master says it's not YouTube. He says it's me. Maybe hey, I'm open to that. But I'll tell you this: if I ever stop making videos, y'all, without announcing it, I'm dead. If I ever like, cause y'all know me, I'm not gonna just leave y'all hanging. So if my channel didn't get deleted, even if my channel do get deleted, I'm gonna keep making videos on Rumble. So if I ever go, what do you call it? If I ever just go blank and you just don't see any of my videos no more, and I didn't say nothing, then yeah, I'm probably gone off of this planet. I'll say that. So if y'all don't hear from me, no videos, no nothing, no updates for like a year or two, yeah, I'm gone. So just send out the RIPs. That's why those of us that love you want to see you grow. Know what it is, how much money you make. YouTube super chats. Yeah, not much at all. I try to make at least $100 a week between the super chats, cash apps. But it's whatever. I'm gonna keep doing this, man. I love this. Love making this content. Let me what a chance. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, Jen, I don't know if you want to, but you could also try MGTOW.tv or BitChute.com. Links in the description. Studies show that about 67% of previously married adults between the ages of 55 to 64 have remarried. This statistic highlights the possibilities for love and companionship regardless of age. It's important to consider various factors that can influence these odds. I'm gonna get off here, y'all. Getting sleepy. Remember, how others treat you is how others treat you is their karma. How you treat others is your karma. Be nice to people because God's watching, and He's gonna ask you about that when you meet Him. Remember, I'm a nice guy. I just play asshole on the internet, and I've never done anything remotely wrong my entire life ever.